Here in Holbrook, we found the Roseway Inn. And this used to be a really nice place. I mean, it's a motor court, but it looks like it's an extended stay facility now. They've got daily, weekly, and monthly rentals. This is the office over here. This back section of rooms back here is starting to waffle a little bit, getting some settling problems. But this was a nice place. I hate to see this place run down like this. Hopefully they'll be able to bring it back. Neat place.
Hi guys, we're in Holbrook, Arizona, and we are at 301 Hopi Drive, which is Route 66. But this is Brad's Desert Inn. It's been refurbished and redone, and it looks great. I love his sign. Isn't that cool? But it says adventurers welcome, and it is so cute. This motor court from way back, he's got the office sign. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. I guess it's Brad, or maybe it's just named after somebody, but this is pretty cool. Isn't that cute? And the rooms run anywhere from like $68 up to like, I don't know, I saw $79, but Expedia and stuff like that. So they're very active, and they pride themselves in their service. Isn't that a cool mural? What's it say? Yeah, it says Brad's Desert Inn. How cool. And then I tried to go in the office, but nobody's in. But they do have a neat door. It's like a swinging wood door. It says Brad 66 on it. I saw that. That's pretty cool. I see how these old motor courts on the route, and when somebody does something like this, it's just thrilling. Get your kicks on Route 66. Says thank you. Come again. And look, this old Holbrook Inn. Now it needs some work, man. And it actually looks like somebody actually lives there. I don't know. I'd be scared the roof would cave in on me. But look how nice they've done all this. Coffee, flat screen TV. It did say it had Wi-Fi. Yeah, it says Wi-Fi right there. So they've updated the rooms. But look how nice this is. See? Route 66 is going, and it's getting better and better.
Located at 153 Hopi Drive in Holbrook, Arizona, this is the Roxy Theater. Right now they're playing Cruella, starring Emma Stone. They have their hours here on the wall. The theater closed in 1994 but reopened in 2003 after a remodel. And it's looking good. They're still obviously open. That's nice. And then right next door to the Roxy Theater is Romo's Cafe. This is probably the best Mexican food restaurant in Holbrook. Right when we got here, I decided I'm going to go on Yelp and check it out, and it is the highest ranked Mexican restaurant in Holbrook on Yelp. And it's right here on Route 66. Let's see the inside. They are closed today. It's the day before Memorial Day, so a lot of people are taking the day off. See if I can't get you a little better view of it. There we go. All right, this beautiful little restaurant is Joe and Aggie's Cafe. They have been at this location since 1965. It's owned by Joe and Aggie Montano. They relocated to this place in 1965. Kind of hard to see, but this is a gift shop area. But over to the left is the main cafe area. So they've been in business at this location for, 56 years. Selling quality Mexican food. Now, if we were staying here for the evening, if either of these two restaurants right here were open, I could definitely see eating in one of these restaurants and then enjoying a nice movie right over at the Roxy.
Wow, folks. This is something else. You see it goes way back here. There's no trespassing signs all over the place. But this was the Arizona Rancho. It used to be called the Higgins House, the Brunswick Hotel, the Arizona Hotel, and it appeared in the 1914 Arizona Good Roads Travel Guide also, but it was built in 1881 and 1883 as a residence. Then it became a boarding house, then a hotel, then a motel. But it's supposed to be the oldest structure in Holbrook. Wow. So you can tell where the main part is, and then it goes on down. But looks like all adobe style, Spanish style. I'm getting stickers in my feet, my ankles and my socks. But we're actually on the other side of the train tracks. We are south of Route 66 on Alvarado Street. But this was a main place to stay back in the day, which back in 1883, I bet there wasn't much anyway. And I bet there weren't any roads around like this either. Look at all the woodwork. You see the woodwork right there in the patio? Whoa. Just to have this property though, be amazing with the cottonwood trees. You see the office and the vacancy sign right there? That's pretty cool. Look at this, man. Oh, and that cottonwood coming out of the side of the foundation. Wow. And ponderosa type pines and stuff. The courtyard there. Oh man, boarded up. I don't know why I'm whispering. Nobody's around. Just amazes me that this stuff existed in way back, the old Western days. Just curious. Man, that'd be so neat to have property like this. If it had all the money in the world to refurbish this stuff. But just get it to code now for nowadays, you know, that would be a big ordeal. You know, beautiful. Just beautiful. We just had to stop because, well, Route 66, you see where that car is? That's where it is. We're on the other side of the train tracks.
All right, we're in Holbrook, Arizona, and this is a National Register of Historic Places marker, and that is for the South Central Avenue Commercial District, which is this area right here. But the real reason that we're here is to see the Bucket of Blood. The Bucket of Blood is a legendary Old West saloon. Here's some information on it if you care to see it or read it. Okay, the Bucket of Blood got its name because of a double murder that happened on the property. A Mr. Joe Crawford, who was part of the Hash Knife outfit, was playing cards here at the what is now known as the Bucket of Blood. I believe at that time it was called the Cottage Saloon. When a fight broke out, an argument over the cards, and Mr. Crawford ended up, he was playing against two Mexican men, and one of the Mexican men hit him over the head with a gun. It split his head open. Well, Joe Crawford acted quickly and shot both of the Mexican men, killing both of them. They ended up running and eventually got away. The sheriff did look for them, but not for very long. It turns out that Mr. Joe Crawford, the man who killed the two men here, turns out that he is most likely was living under an assumed name. He actually appears to have been Grat Dalton, a member of the notorious Dalton gang of outlaws. And he was killed in an attempted bank robbery at Coffeyville, Kansas. So, but the stain that was left on the floor from one of the Mexican gentlemen that he shot, the saloon keeper said that the blood spot looked like a bucket of blood. So from that point on, the saloon took the name the Bucket of Blood. And that saloon is right over here. This spot right here is where the Bucket of Blood resided. You can still see where up there it says, you can see the S-A and then the O-O-N for saloon. And they're trying to save this building. But give you a little bit more information on it. The year 1886 was notable for one of the cowboys who rode with the Hash Knife outfit and the Bucket of Blood Saloon. Now, the Hash Knife outfit was a group of wranglers that brought horses and cattle from Texas down here to the Holbrook area. And they were a big group of men, and they were a rowdy bunch of men. But according to local legend, there were 26 shooting deaths in Holbrook that year in 1886. Cowboys from the Hash Knife outfit were involved in most of those gunfights. The Bucket of Blood had a reputation for violence. There's a painting here in the town's museum of that used to hang here in the Bucket of Blood that has 2 bullet holes in it. That was from a target competition between 2 betting cowboys. So this was known as one of the roughest bars and saloons in the Old West. Legendary bar. On this side, you can see it says, "Help Save the Bucket of Blood Saloon. Donations accepted at Navajo County Historical Society Museum." And they have big steel posts holding up this outside wall of what used to be the Bucket of Blood. We'll see if I can see anything behind the building. Hopefully this wall doesn't fall over on me. Okay, they've done some work to the back of the building because I don't think they had cinder block back in the 1800s. Let's see. Wow, the whole back side of the building next to it's been blown out.
That's the pharmacy. The sheriff owned.
Looks like
Frank Watton. That's the pharmacy side, I think.
looks like a birdhouse now. That bird came flying out of it.
Yeah, the sheriff was a hoot, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Their first hanging was January 8th, 1900. Well, he sent invitations out, like wedding invitations. That's what's so funny. It's not funny. Kind of crude.
How'd the townsfolk take that?
It wasn't the townsfolk. I know the governor sent him a letter saying it's not cool. You know, that's kind of crude. But only like a dozen people showed up for the hanging. It's George Smiley was the first hanging in Navajo County in this area, and so Frank sent out invitations, but they had like black edging around the envelope and the paper, inviting these people to attend, and they had some rules. You had to be no foul language, and you know, act appropriately, and in respect, you know, because it is a execution, right? But sending out like invitations like that was crude, and the governor didn't like that, so Watton got in trouble for that. But he was the Navajo County Sheriff, and he was invested in the pharmacy right next door to the saloon.
Cool. Well, let's take one last look at the Bucket of Blood here. You know, it's funny, Janet and I used to have a dedicated trucking route that we would come literally this street right out here next to the Bucket of Blood. We would drive right in front of that street twice a week, once going to a hardware store and then once coming back. I mean, for 3 years.
Yeah, it's Walt's
and during that time we never knew anything about the Bucket of Blood or this building sitting here.
Yeah. See, that's like Holbrook. This drugs and notions or something like that. Yeah.
This place should have been here when the shooting took place. They could have doctored these two guys up next door.
Yeah, really.
Strange RV tours will take you places with Greg and Janet's smiling faces. You might see a crazy flavored soda review or some tips to fit your RV too. So come along, won't you join us, friend, as we discover what's around the bend. Just sit right back in your easy chair. Strange RV Tours is on the air. Strange RV Tours is on the air.